I'm the teacher.
Teacher? You're the teacher, and I'm the truant officer.
There was no use trying to resist.
We'll be pals forever. You bet. I'm off women for life. Me too. Good morning, boys.
Jean Darling knew at an early age how to get what she wanted out of Joe and Chubby.
Gee, I'm thirsty. I wish I had some pop. Some pop.
While Jackie's love for Miss Crabtree is legendary,
Gee, you smell like a brand new haircut.
he shared a love-hate relationship with little Mary Ann Jackson.
And I took to little Mary Ann, had kind of a crush on her, I guess. And my mother liked Mary Ann's mother. I remember being in their home, roughly the area where they lived. I remember it was on North and South Street in the old area of Hollywood there near Paramount Studios between Wilshire Boulevard and Melrose. And liked her very much and saw a lot of her. Saw a lot of her, saw a lot of Chubby, and busy working. We worked about every other week on those things.
Everyone was taken with Miss Crabtree, including Chubby Cheney, who was a student in the art of courtship.
Oh, Norman. Don't call me Norman. Call me Chubsy Ubsy. Hey, Wally, here comes your girl.
Jackie Taylor was the fickle woman.
There you are. May I sit in it? Sure. Won't you sit down? Sure, I will.
And in a love triangle, there's big trouble when a woman comes between friends. It becomes apparent that this love business is getting out of hand.
Here, Henrietta.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Walter, will you be my Valentine?
Most certainly. We, the He-Man Woman Haters Club,
We, the He-Man Woman Hater Club,
promise not to fall for this Valentine business.
promise not to fall for this Valentine business.
Because girls are the bunk.
Because girls are the bunk.
Every time I want to take her out, she's always got to stay home and take care of the baby. It's enough to run a man's appetite.
Yeah.
Maybe she's got another fella. She ain't neither.
No.
She's my girl.
Yeah.
Why, she's so proud over me that she wouldn't even look at another man. Waldo, wouldn't you love some chocolates? I'd be delighted.
Darla Hood brandishes the worst insult of all.
No, she wouldn't even look at another fella. No.
But believe it or not, there's a far worse menace than capricious women. It's Butch.
Wait a minute. Butch wants to talk to you. Who's Butch? I am. And starting Monday, I'm the big shot around this place. See?
He was with the gang a few years before I joined it, and then he left at the same time, about the same time I did. And then I remember Tommy telling me that they invited him to come back and play the tough guy. And he said he thought that'd be fun, since he really wasn't a tough guy.
Yeah, well, Leonard Kilbrick played Butch originally, who was Sidney Kilbrick's brother. And then when he outgrew the part, they wanted to find another Butch. So they said, why don't we use Tommy? He's got a great face and everything. If we can act mean, he's got it. So I got the part. And his brother, Sidney Kilbrick, became my sidekick, who was known as the Woim. Yeah. Right? So then I was Butch.
Hey, you! Come here, I want to talk to you. Can't you see I'm busy vocalizing? Speak to my manager.
Manager.
Yes, you got to thank you, Mr. Butch. Well, where is he? Just a minute, I'll see he in.
don't you answer the phone, Barky?
I'm sorry, Buckwheat. Hello, Buckwheat.
Mr. Butch, you see Mr. Spanky.
But William may I receive sin. Hello, Dollar. Hello, Porky. Mr. Butch will see Mr. Pie. Just a minute and I'll see if he's in. Mr. Butch to see Mr. Spanky.
Tell him I'm not in. So you're not in, huh? And where are you?
Eluding Butch and the Whoim got to be a regular habit.
Stay with me, fellas. There's two tough guys after me. Hiya, pal.
Then there was the daily grind of going to school.
Children, I'm Miss Lawrence, your new teacher.
Board of Education was the single Oscar-winning short for the series and was the first to be directed by Gordon Douglas. It wasn't the most outstanding film of the series. Indeed, the earlier school day outings featuring Miss Crabtree and Jackie Cooper, as well as 2 or 3 dozen others to date, were much superior. What couldn't be topped, however, was the real education provided the young actor-students of our gang. Wherever they went, they found a schoolroom, even if it was just a table and portable blackboard on a soundstage. If they respected Bob McGowan and the other directors while they were working, they had equal respect and love for Fern Carter, our gang's real Miss Crabtree, who began teaching at the very beginning and stayed through to the end of the Roach-produced films.
We all went to school there at the studio. Fern Carter was our teacher, but she was a teacher with the Board of Education.
She taught 1st through 6th grade, 3 hours a day. And in most cases to a lot of kids that didn't want to learn it in the first place. So she did a superb job.
You got personal attention too. If you were failing at something, we had tests, and if you were failing at something, well, Mrs. Carter was very, very good. She gave you the time that you needed to help you out.
We had a certain time that we had to go to school, it was state law. When we went on location, we had a school bus that went along with us that had the desks that dropped down, and Mrs. Carter used to sit up in the front. We'd do our work on the desk, and when it time for shooting, we'd go and then come back. But she was a great teacher.
Yeah. How would you evaluate that education?
Superb.
Each era of the gang had its resident fat boy, pretty girl, young tag-along, black kid, tough kid, freckle kid. There was the all-American type, the worldly and wise youngster, the love interest, the sidekick. They were all there at one time or another, sometimes more than one of a given type. The 5 main black kids, Sunshine Sammy, Pineapple, Farina, Stymie, and Buckwheat, are among the most endearing of the characters. They all turned in some of the series' finest comedy moments. Sadly, some of their best bits are not likely to appear on television.
The current TV distributor of the Little Rascals, King World Productions, apparently sensitive to the way motion pictures have portrayed blacks in general, have deleted certain films entirely from the series or have eliminated questionable scenes. This censorship has taken place regardless of whether or not the expurgated scenes are essential to the plot. And they include some of the best films in the series: Moan and Groan Incorporated, Little Daddy, and The Kid from Borneo, in which Spanky mistakes his sideshow Wild Man for his Uncle George. Innocent though they are, they've been shelved.
Say, what's Pop talking about?
About a third of Anniversary Trouble is gone, the part where Spanky disguises himself as Buckwheat. And Little Sinner, admittedly one of the weaker entries, has been chopped in half and makes little sense. In its sensitivity, King World has avoided offending one's sense of human decency, and instead has offended one's sense of creative integrity.
Still, King World has a point. Ethnic humor was popular during the 20s and 30s, but does not play well today. And there were some insensitive films